Hey, babes. All right, let me turn my baby's TV down a little bit. Let everybody get in. How's everybody? Hope everybody is well. Hi. I only have about 40 minutes, okay? I have some readings to get to. You need a nap? Me too. Hold on. Thank you. I didn't do my hair. It's from yesterday. Last night I did it after I got out the shower. Okay, so let's talk because we have a lot to talk about. And I am so mad because everything just stopped working. Like, I recorded this video that I'm trying to give you now. I recorded it 3 times, and each time there was just no sound. It recorded, but there was just no sound, and I don't know. So then I tried to get my laptop, which is right here, and because this stays in the room, I don't use this laptop. I use it strictly for the ITC. That's it. And I go live, and it was like, I don't know, it was just weird. It was like skipping and I don't know, whatever. So this video don't even feel authentic now because I feel like I memorized the freaking video because I've did it 4 times now. But I really feel like you guys need to hear all of this just because of how much it don't want to be put out. You understand? So I'm going to put it out anyway. So, all right. This is a video called Everyone Counts, an Auburn documentary full-length film. I received this in my email this morning, and I haven't watched the entirety of it. It's an hour and 22 minutes. I got like maybe 27 minutes in. The channel is Everyone Counts, an Auburn documentary. So that is the channel. When I'm finished with the video, I'll put the link in the description or in the notifications. How is everybody in this pumpkin season? So this is, you're just gonna have to listen. Unless I don't know, you don't want to look at my laptop, so that's a little weird. So they're talking about 5 deaths in Placer County, Placer County, that all had to do with being put in the river. Then they're also going to talk about 4 more deaths that all happened by train, meaning they got hit by a train. Each one of these was ruled either, oh, they were just homeless and drunk, it was an accident. There was never any investigations into any of these accidents, okay? And just listen to this. Thank you. You could get a reading by emailing me, KANDIS285@gmail.com. All right, so listen. Ready?
More consistent with dragging, which is like this.
That's the first person they're talking about.
That didn't come from falling in the water. That came from
Can you hear it?
Confrontation or a struggle prior to David going in the water.
When his body was recovered, his keys were still attached to the belt loop of his jeans, the money still inside the truck. Bradford Ashcraft, the second canal victim, was homeless. His body was found dressed in a green long-sleeve top.
Thank you,
and
Squirrel
jeans,
Girl.
a fact
Oh, you started the... Wait. You started the petition. Oh my God, everybody go subscribe to her. Thank you for doing that. You know, whether or not they accept it or not, I think they should have the right to receive the money and give it back to the family if that's what they choose. But they didn't even get that chance. But anyways, thank you so much. Here we go. Sorry. They're talking about this man. I don't know if you can see it. My phone looks really blurry here. The green shirt, blue jeans, okay?
A confidential informant, or CI, gave detailed information to private investigators DeMates and Goodrich. The CI said it was late at night when the CI was walking down Bell Road carrying night vision binoculars just purchased at the Goodwill store. This informant was not homeless but knew several such folks. There were some mental health and alcohol issues, so we wanted to determine directly for ourselves if it was even possible to see what the CI claimed to have seen that fatal night. Our confidential informant told us he was walking down Bell Road at night, stopped in these bushes to relieve himself. He says he then looked across Bell Road and saw what he thought were 3 law enforcement types roughing up a man, and then he heard a...
Okay, so a bystander that's using the bathroom in a bush ends up seeing 3, what he perceives as 3 cops roughing up a man. Now, at this point of me watching the video, well, actually, it was the first guy. But anyways, I got Spirit said de-weeding. And what I take that as is, hold on, where are you guys at? What I take that, wait, hold on. I'm so sorry. Okay, what I take that as is basically like de-weeding. That's what I heard. And I feel like they look at these people as like an invasive species almost. These drunk people. Oh, they got a scruffy beard. They're homeless. Oh, they're going to make our property value go down. You know, what I also heard in the beginning of this is that Placer County, whatever you want to call it, is 1% Black people and 0.5% Native and Hispanic people. So this tells me a big ordeal in itself, okay? And that they look at these people that are not of their percentage as an invasive species, like de-weeding. So listen, here we go. This is the second person they're talking about. Hold on. Do you guys want to look at the blurry ass screen, or do you just want to listen and watch my facial reactions? Hold on, let's see.
Splash of a body.
Can you hear it?
Into the canal.
There you are. Where have you been? I've been around here for some time. I've been around here. I thought we told you to leave. That'll be the first time. Okay, hold on. Those cuffs aren't too tight, are they? Yes, they're too tight. I'm going to tell you what. We're going to tell you to leave one more time. I told you I'd leave. I don't leave. Let me go. All right, let's do it.
We found the line of sight exactly as described, the sound easy to hear. The informant described how you could see specific sheriff's deputies with the night vision binoculars and noted that the man they were hassling was wearing a green long-sleeve top and jeans. Since we had no way to know if the informant's identifications were accurate, we aren't using the names given us.
I want to know if the informant's still alive after saying all this.
Similarly, the Auburn Journal printed a picture of this graffiti, which occurred shortly thereafter, with the name of a specific deputy also omitted. Interestingly, the autopsy referred to the green long-sleeved top and jeans. There were defensive wounds on the knuckles and a perfect circular bruising completely around the victim's left wrist, the sort you would
Handcuff marks, possibly? Yeah, I'd say so.
Acquire from too tight handcuffs. The sheriff's department said he was drunk and had died of a heart attack. The informant also described seeing
but it's not true. The informant seen the police there.
Unmarked police cars with backseat passenger grills speeding away from the scene. The Placer County Sheriff's Department declined numerous requests for comment. Canal deaths number 3 and 4 had some commonalities.
All right, so before we go into 3 and 4, we need to talk. Because this is literally somebody coming forward and saying, hey, I saw these 3 police and I even identify them because I had these binoculars that saw in the dark, you know. And honestly, this goes on in every county. Like, if you don't think it does, you're wrong. It goes on in every county. There are, I don't want to say bullies, because they're not even bullies. It's literally just a demonic presence within these people, because it's so dark and disgusting to not have any regards for human life. Just because you have a beard, like one of the men, he was, the one before this, I should just start it from the beginning, but I don't have that much time. He owned stuff. He had a trailer, but he also had properties. He had people paying rent, you know, and he chose to live in a tent. Well, That's because he don't want to be part of this society. People look at you crazy if you don't want to be part of the society. But once you get to a certain stage in knowledge, right? Once you get to a certain stage, you see through the BS and no, you don't want to be part of this society because it's a fucked up thing, you know? But my whole thing is Placer County has been doing this for a very long time, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and say it. They're just gonna rule this Kylie Rodney thing a complete accident because what I've noticed is when they do things and cover things up to make their county look better, you know, they do no investigating. And we know they didn't do any investigating because what? Kylie Rodney's car was botched. When they pulled that out, it was completely botched. If you're doing an investigation, you want to keep all information together. Just like AWP said, they would have sealed up the windows and just dragged it out as it was, right? They wouldn't have flipped it over. They wouldn't have allowed all her stuff to come out the car. They wouldn't have left it all there and allow a random person to go put their fingerprints all over it. You know, none of that would have happened. So I'm going to say right now, yeah, this is what's going to happen. Same thing with everything else. This is crazy. Here, just keep listening.
Neither Larry James nor Nicasio Garcia Bonilla
Singing?
were homeless. Both had full-time jobs,
These two people were not homeless.
and they were seen together the night they presumably both died. Larry James was a computer repair technician at a retail outlet. He had a home. Nicasio Garcia Bonilla was one of the best custom pool finishers around, an artist
Good people.
of granite, rock, and tile. The high-end pool
Pose a threat to something with these motherfuckers.
he worked for described him as an expert and
pretty.
someone who was well
Like he built pools and stuff. Look. So he's not homeless. It's pretty. Sorry. Okay.
liked and always on time and reliable at work. He had a nice apartment. At the time they both died, James being discovered in the canal the day after he entered it, and Bonilla more than 3 weeks later, local law enforcement kept insisting to the media that all the canal deaths were just drunk homeless people.
Oh, well,
True.
Nobody will care. Nobody will miss them. They're just drunk people. And it wasn't true. They weren't drunk.
James and Garcia Bonilla were last seen by witnesses at a popular bar and restaurant, Chevy's. They were spotted as well in the parking lot behind Chevy's. Both of them liked to drink, and their corpses had alcohol on board, more than the legal limit for driving.
On
Neither
board?
was observed driving in that condition. When their bodies were removed from the canal...
Now listen to this part, because this is important too.
James had numerous abrasions and multiple broken ribs, a condition not compatible with drowning or even scraping along a canal wall. Those wounds would be significantly less severe, says former Navy SEAL PI Goodrich. Garcia Bonilla was found in a state of advanced decomposition in the Wise Forebay. It was determined that both had died around the same time, March 1st, 2000.
So they died March 1st, but the place of death, it's showing, postmortem date is 3/26, March 26th. So I don't know if there was like a 3-week period. I don't know what this 26th and 25th is. I'm not sure about that. But they're saying his decomposition was like really bad. And that would only be like 3 weeks.
2010. The question remains unanswered. Would two drinking buddies, both with good jobs and homes, likely have decided to just jump into the canal and kill themselves? Or was a killer involved?
Yes. Yes. And these killers, I guarantee you, even if they're not in that job anymore, these people that were going around doing this, I guarantee you, just like Kanika Jenkins, their bloodline is just like the United States. What's his name? Hitler. I guarantee you, his bloodline is the ones running all this BS that's happening now. I guarantee it. Matthew.
What would cause a relatively young man with a degree in chemistry, a fluency in multiple languages, a property owner with rental income, and close family ties in the Pacific Northwest?
Look what he looked like. I'm telling you, I could feel it in everything about me, my whole being.
Choose to live in a tent
This
in
is
a homeless
fucked up.
encampment hidden
They've
in
been
the
doing this for a very long time, just trying to keep it who they want it, you know, and not any other. Again, their population is 1% black and 0.5% Hispanic and Native American. That's crazy. That's intentional. That's freaking intentional. And a lot of these guys were white. So I feel like it posed either a threat for property locations, like Breonna Taylor. Oh, man. I hate this.
Matt Templeman's sister, Carrie, says he was an iconoclast, perhaps too generous and trusting, a man who eventually preferred the company of nature and animals, particularly dogs, to the expectations of a more structured society.
Well, he did live in a tent. He had rented several places, lived with a lot of people, but, you know, back...
So this is a very smart man, a businessman, you know, and he lived in a tent. He had a house. He just chose to live in a tent. So it's making their properties look bad. It's making them look like, you know, like a Philly or something, you know.
Loved animals. And so he would go to a friend's house and he would take his dog and the dog would be all over the furniture and he never understood why people...
You found it?
And so they
Which
would ask
one?
him to leave.
You found Poppy?
And he would do it over and over
He was
again.
dumbfounded every time. He was hurt. So I just think he did better outside. He camped and hiked. And
With no controls, without anybody else telling him, you must keep the
He
house
didn't
this
want to
way."
live like society because society is literally programmed to be that way. And he didn't want to. And listen to what he tells his sister right before he dies.
Or
yeah, he just never could fit into the society as brilliant as he was.
Nobody wants to. Who wants to
Matt
fit into
also got
society?
thrown in the
Once you're
clip more
awakened,
than once
ill.
for alcohol-related offenses and loitering. Carrie sent Matt money and got him a cell phone. They talked frequently and regularly. On their last phone conversation shortly before he died, what he told her left her shaken.
He was very upset, and he said, Carrie, the police threatened me today.
We're talking about Placer County. Carrie, the police threatened me today. See, they get this complex about them once they go blue. You understand? And not all of them, but most of them.
And I said, what did they say, Matt? And he said, you better leave town or else.
And what did they want him to do? To leave. They wanted to leave town. Get out. You're making our town look bad. It's all about making their town look good. And if there is kids out there drugging and drunking minors, that's going to make their town look bad. They're going to say this is an accident. There was no investigation. All they did was an autopsy. There was no investigation. They didn't take fingerprints. They didn't save her stuff. This is a tragic accident, and that's it. This way, there's no killer on the loose. It's not a teen that is connected to them, you know, and this is just crazy. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Oh, my God. What do you want? ABC Mouse? You want to do school? Did it die? Oh no, we gotta charge it. Don't get angry. It's gonna be okay. Hold on. All right, just give it a few seconds. You want to play with Alexa? She wasn't working for me today.
Right here?
You want Alexa?
No.
No? You sure? It has a remote. It has a remote on it. Look. No hitting. Look, see? The remote. You want to use the remote? Oh, there you go. Good job. All right, so now that you heard a little bit about that, I gave you what it's called. It's called Every One Counts, and they do. An Auburn documentary, full-length film. That's what it's called. When I'm finished here, I'll give you the link if you can't find it. It's an hour and 22 minutes. And again, I have to go get ready for a reading. I got to get her settled to make sure she's good so that I can do this. I want to come back and talk about my dream and what's going on with Russia and Ukraine and the United States. States, yep. With the planet, you know. Huh? And my dream. Both my dreams. The one from August last year and the one I had a few weeks ago, because I think they're all tied into each other. But yeah, I'm going to get going. I love you, babes. I don't know why I don't see nobody in the chat, but I don't know. Is it working? I don't know. The last message was 10 minutes ago. Can somebody just say hi? Because it's not working on my end. I told you nothing's working for me. So anyways, I'm gonna go. I don't know how I'm going to get videos to you now because nothing's recording. There's no sound on anything. I have another tablet. I can't get into it. It's not that I don't know the password. It's just not. I don't know. I don't understand these freaking electronics. I tried to use this for you guys, and it's so blurry. I hate it. So I don't know what to do. And I still can't see nobody. So I'm going to hang up. I love you, babes. Mwah. There we go.